so before I do anything, let's have a look at some of these flags. Wait a minute, hang on. Do I even have the right seed? Okay, so I have the right thingy. What do we got? We have Shop Shuffle, we have Magic Level Shuffle, all that good stuff. B-Side Trap Tile Shuffle. Treasure main. Oh, hang on, that's +2, -2, so everything's in incentive locations. Our incentives are Ice, Earth, Volcano, and Marsh Locks. We kind of really want everything that's there, except we could pass on the Mazmune if we get a different endgame weapon. If Mazza is in Marshlock, we can skip that. Otherwise, we're pretty much guaranteed to head there. None of that. Extended open progression. Required Warmech. 180 enemies, 220 bosses. Good experience, no key item scaling, 1/3 encounter rate. Alright. Let's get ourselves set up. Let's just take the default. Well, we're on 220. 220 for bosses. We have like a 1/3 encounter rate. The thief is redundant. No, I can't. I can't justify starting and flipping crap. Okay. Oh, actually, let me just abandon. There we go. Okay. I have water, right? Well, this is probably enough. Alright. Ice, Earth, Volcano, Marshlock. Ice, Earth, Volcano, Marshlock. Ready, steady, go! Step 1. Always step 1. Fade... Ooh. No fade, but harm 3? Yeah, we got fire 3. We're fine. Hello, chain armor. Hello, gold bracelet. Hello, iron shield. Silver swords for 3,000. We'll be back for that later. Let's go check out Topher. One little wafer thin glimp. Alright, we can start toning it down on these unrunnables now. We're starting to run out of firepower for Garland. Nah, cabin's not what I want. And junk cash, alright. First up, we have Crown, okay. And Canoe. Gosh golly gee, that seems like a really hard telegraph that I should be doing the Crown quest right now. I don't need any of those, so I didn't really have any cash. Let's do... Sorry, I'm waffling a bit. We're actually going to check Provoca. Here's why. No, we don't have key item scaling. We have two options at this point with with Canoe access. We are either hoping, we need to find Floater. That's something with Stone Touch. That's Wolves with Stone Touch. We're not doing that. So Floater, at this point, we assume is at Ice or Volcano or Marshlock or Provoca. That's a 3 in 4 chance that it's going to be not the worst place. So we're going to head in that direction. Fire 3 and Safe Pirates means that we can just barbecue these boys and not worry about anything. Mazza. We'll take that. I didn't check the Corneria item shop. Let's see if I end up regretting that. We're about to be headed over river, and all we have at present is a fire spell. So I'm going to grab some cabins. We are still on the hunt for the Pro Ring. There it is for super cheap. Holy shit. Let's check some magic. What do we get? Ice 3. That's good. We're basically out of cash for the white magic shop, but we're going to check it anyway to find that there's nothing that we care about in there. So aside from Pro Rings, we are done with Provoca. Now, unfortunately, our gear as current is not at all good for an Ice Cave dive. So we're going to bypass Ice Cave and we're just going to head straight for Crescent Isle, because Crescent Isle also might have the floater, because I forgot how to count. Oh boy. Nope. Expert's good. Hitting's not. Okay. Let's do some of that. So we're going to bypass Ice Cave because I judge this party as not being able to survive it, even with a vastly reduced encounter rate. With the B-side trap tiles in play, and there's going to be a lot of them in there, we don't know what we're going to hit. Okay, there's a tail. So there's our vendor item. We know where the good armor is. We don't care about weapons anymore. We're locked out of life 2, but we got Fade. Bracket Warp for 6. There's a whole lot of bad going on here. Good stuff floats to the top. Sometimes. There we go. The cube. So, what do we got? Not a whole hell of a lot to work off of. We're going to try a couple encounters here. Why are we doing encounters? We're really, really low on resources. And our next destination is going to be Volcano. We're just going to burn this last pair of Ice 3 charges. That should get us the levels we're looking for. 6. Yeah, no, we can do volcano at 6. We don't have enough for a house, even if they're sold here, because those were like 1,000. Reset the encounter table just cause. And run like stink. Destination volcano. How are we killing Carrion Volcano? Well, we've got a Mazza. We hope we find a house, and we take some of the easy, and we hope that we find a good grind tile, a good early grind tile. We don't have any piers, do we? How underprepared for this am I? Too underprepared for my liking. Let's look for piers. There they are. All of these. Okay. Resave, re-go. Destination still volcano. I feel like we can do it. But it's going to take a lot of effort, and it's going to be touch and go in places. Really want to get out of this encounter before bad happens. There we go. We're not going to worry too much about encounter table manipulation because everything's so spread out that it's almost kind of not worth it, and also the first run sucks, which when we're dealing with only a third of the table is very hello best encounter in the game. Alright. Let's see how many ice 3s it takes to bring y'all down. 2? Not 2. Let's see how many ice 3s. 3. 3 ice 3s to bring you down. So, our maximum hit points have just shot up dramatically. And I only have like 30 heal potions, but I brought like 20 tents, so we're going to exit real quick. And we're just going to eat some tents. That's a quick and dirty full heal. That's not getting us magic charges, however. So, with the knowledge that the fire tile is super duper good for us, we're just going to keep clearing crap, and we're going to look for a house. If we don't find a house, we have enough magic left in the tank that we can take the worm fight maybe 2 more times. And then we should have enough just horsepower in general that Fighter and Black Belt should get us there. Oh, I went in here with way too few heals, so I gotta be kind to those as well. Oh, they hurt. So, everyone's on knees due to how little health we have. So, due to extenuating circumstances, I judge this volcano dive to be a failure. However, we can clear Armory before we escape. Worms are going to have given us 2 things. They'll have given us buckets of cash and buckets of experience. Oh, I should have done the ice 3 there. This last worm encounter is really, really, really pushing our luck, but if we can make it out the other side of this, we will be in tremendously good shape. Soft's not what we need. We need a house. If we can find a house, everything will be the best. Light Axe is good in case we run up against something in the next trap tile. Zeus Gauntlet even better. TNT I'm not jazzed about, although this might prove to be a ship TNT seed. That's unclear at this point. We're going to take the safe opening path because we're looking for stuff like that. So I'm going to leave that final armory trap tile alone. Why am I doing that? Because we're in a position where we are so low on resources that we need to skedaddle to maintain our overwhelming level advantage that we just picked up. With everything we have now, there were no heals for sale in Crescent. There was a tail, but there's no key item scaling, so we don't care about that. So we are instead headed to Elfland real quick here. We have all the money in the world. Let's check out Black Magic. Howdy, Quad X. You're my best friend. Oh, life is good. Life sharing a level with Quad X is pretty nice. What do we got in level 4? Cure 4, but we'll be back for that because we like structuring our spells properly. Except when there's no spells to take. Cure 4 it is. We need heals. All the heals. We already know where all the good armor is, so we're not concerned with what's there. No. So, we know houses were for sale in Crescent Island, so we're going to head there real quick. We're still committed to the volcano play. Now that we have found the best grind tile in the game, we are going to use and abuse it to get ourselves in a position where the rest of the game becomes literal cake to us. And that's going to require a small pile of houses. Nope, that's not where the houses are. That's where the houses are. Okay, we can't get 10 houses, but we're going to get as many as we can get. Okay. We're gonna return to Volcano. Now we have a far different mission in mind. That mission is called Grind, 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 Grind. We're going to be taking a lot of damage from these worms because we have no armor. Relatively no armor. Two of the characters are largely unarmored. But we got plenty of Cure 4 on deck, so that's going to make in-between combats a lot easier on us. That math just gave me an interesting thought. These worms have under 300 hit points. Those were two Ice 3s that dealt around 130 damage each, which means worms have somewhere south of 260 health, which means we can kill them in one round. Almost one round. So we're basically out of magic at this point for both healing and quad-Xing. So we're going to take this opportunity to just take a brief step outside. Tent ourselves back to sorta kinda full. Drop a house. And back in we go. Where are we going with our grind? Well, at the difficulty settings we have, we want the black belt to 32. Ordinarily, I would try to set up a solo grind for this. However, there's two things stopping me. Number one, I don't have any armor for the black belt, and worms just hit too hard to wait for the black belt to 4-round an encounter. And number two, the sheer amount of experience you get from 4 worms means that I can just get the whole party to 32. And then nothing in the game will bother me ever again. The beauty of stopping at 32 means that I will get black belt into go mode, and the rest of the experience in the game should get me to 35, which will get Mazda Fighter into go mode. Or into crush mode, I should say. Also, due to how black belt mechanics work, black belt is probably now the highest durability thing in my party. which is a little funny. Ran out of magic, let's drop a house. Due to the rate at which we're gaining levels, this is probably going to be the last house we drop. It's like close enough. If I've balanced my quad X's properly, I should have enough to carry me to 32. Perfect. Now, we found the TNT. The TNT is what I call one of those danger items. It may be a herald of things to come. So we're actually going to manually check that trap tile, which is very laughable. Alright. We're on full clear mode now until we find the floater, because this might be a ship TNT seed. The beauty of having 1,000,000 hit points means I never have to stop to heal. Well, I'll probably stop before carry floor, but like, none of this is going to impact my ability to survive shit. Oop, gold bracelet. We'll stop for that. Squint. Good luck with my basic magic defense, buddies. What do we got? Bottle. Alright. Can't do anything with it till we get the floater, but we have it. Hi, Carrie. I have some bad news for you. I've been to the gym. Okay. There we go. One fiend down. Next destination, because of proximity, is going to be Ice Cave. We are gambling in proximity play for Ice Cave. We're getting right around the same chest. No, sorry, we're getting a lot fewer chests. So if it's a ship TNT seed, we're making the wrong play. But if the floater's there, we're in business. It's also entirely possible that the words, "Boy, this seed is telegraphing marsh-locked hard," are going to come back to bite me. But if I had gone for the marsh-locked, I never would have found that worm trap tile. Oh no, lightning too. So, this essentially validates us not going here at level 4, because Lightning 2 would have ripped me apart. We don't have Warp because we didn't go back for it, and I don't know if we could even learn it. But we're still on Operation Cover Thine Ass, so we're still opening everything until we are forced to do otherwise. Ooh, poison damage. Alright, that's something I actually care about a little. We're gonna do a little of that. Without ribbons, poison damage is a real rough thing to deal with. In terms of encounter selection, I am just running from everything. Ooh, hello, Ribbon. We need you. No, we need you there. Um, 32 is the optimum point for a chaos fight, I think, in this flag set, in like 220% bosses. There's very little that a chaos is going to have that I am not prepared to deal with, just with on the back of the 32 black belt alone, let alone everyone else being 32. And we have the loot. Alright, so remember that time I said we should have done crown first? We should have done crown first. In terms of considering this a race, like, in terms of me considering myself as racing everyone else that's doing the Duckling seed, failure to find the floater there tells me that I am horrifyingly behind. Just about the only thing that's going to save me is opening as few boxes as possible. Which, yeah. I know we have gold bracelets in Canary and pro rings in Provoca. Because it's indirectly in our path, we're going to check level 6 crap again, see if we can pick up Warp. Warp will be a very good benefit for our Marsh Dive. Perfect. We got Warp. And I know I can get those after... No, sorry, I can get Life 2 at some point. It's not strictly relevant now. I have to come back for stuff likely anyway. But we got Warp. And we have essentially infinite charges of it. We're only going to need 1, 2, 3, 4 tops, and we've got 6. Not even going to safety save. I know I said in previous videos that everyone who never saves always dies, but there are exceptions to that rule, and I feel like this party is one of them. Now that we've secured a ribbon on a life caster, we are, barring great tragedy, invincible. Right, Stone Touch Wolves. That's the thing we have to deal with. Okay, we're going to be circling back down around. We're going to be stopping at Dwarf Cave on the way to break open the canal just in case. Hey, it's the girl. Compliments and apologies to Will Cleosis. And Falconic, I guess. This is not what I want to see. Okay. So we're going to continue to hedge our bets a little. We're going to be picking up the 4 chests here, and then we're going to make a, as soon as we hit March, we're just going to make a beeline straight to the incentive item. If that's not the floater, then we're in a ship TNT seed. And that's going to require a full... There's the ship. That... Don't know what to think of that. Digging marsh is still the correct play due to proximity. However, because there's no loose items, we're just gonna check it, and then we're gonna bail. We have spent far too much time on a grind, and we have gone in far too many incorrect directions. We need to claw time back. So we're going to use resetting to our advantage. Floater? No, but it is required. So we are going to carry this out. Well, we've got a ship. And we've got Incentive Earth. We can also hit Waterfall. Why is the boat not there? What? No, we found the boat, right? Like I didn't hallucinate that? Hang on. Let's real save real quick. Like it was right in here. Like I found the fucking thing, right? So it should have spawned right over here. Because this is the closest dock. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. That's weird. So, we're now... So, in case of problem, and the boat doesn't go where you think it should go, its next likely destination is the Canaria dock. So we're going to check that. There it is. Okay. Well, we're at Canaria. Let's buy some gold bracelets while we're here. Oh, I don't even need that anyway. Let's just do a little bit of that. And away we go. Next destination is Earth Cave. Right? Yeah. Yeah. We can maybe take Wall later, I guess, if we want to. Hello, Nuke. Hello, Fast. Oops, nope, nope. We're gonna turn the slab in now, even though we can't technically reach Sylvain for a good long while. I'm just gonna say this to myself in the hopes that I remember that I did the slab thing. Next stop, Earth. We've got Mazza and we've got a ribbon, and we will have the barest of basics of armor, so I'm going to consider us item go mode at this point. The only way this could possibly backfire is if this is technically also a ruby required seed. I will metagame slightly and say that I don't believe Mo would do that to you poor ducklings. Cut to 3 hours later as I'm trying to dig out a ruby. No, get out the... If we don't find Floater here, the only logical place we could find it is Waterfall, which is a long hike. Hi, vampire. Bye, vampire. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Danger sense is tingling. Oh, danger sense is tingling. We have no choice but to commit to the path that we're on at this point. Hey, Fantasy Gamer. How's it going? So, if we get to the robot, and we find not the floater, that would be right around the time I would be throwing in the old dot forfeit. Well, you say better run, but there's every chance that this is about to go horrifyingly wrong. No. We have a wide open encounter table. I don't need any crap right there. Or maybe I do. I don't know. Alright, I guess it's just Mudgalls all the way down. We have an answer for that. Alright, I was kidding when I said it was Mudgalls all the way down. Y'all can stop now. Bloater? Oh shit. Uh-oh. 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 Oh boy. Uh-oh. Okay. We have made critical errors. What ground me to such high levels so quickly? Well, you see, the fire trap tile in Volcano was 3 to 4 worms. 3 to 4 worms is the highest experience thing in the game. So I ground that. I hit Volcano early and first, saw that there were 3 worms, grabbed a couple preliminary levels, and then headed over to headed back to Crescent for houses, and then headed to Elflin for level 3, level 4 magic and heals. And I got like 8 or 9 houses, but I didn't need that many because I put my stopping point for the grind at 32, which only took around 10 minutes. The rest of this has been me flailing, insisting that, no, this isn't going to be a ruby required seed. That would be goofy. And yet, that's the life we're living, so we're back to full clear mode. We need to dig us out of ruby. That sounded like somebody was mad outside. None of those are the ruby. We don't care. Oh, absolutely. Not so worms. Worms are the best fight for experience by a country mile. Oops, should have taken that top half. Fuck. Very, very little else comes close. If you could somehow farm a war mech and it rolled light on hit points, you might approach the same rate that you get from your average 3 to 4 worm fight. Adamant's not what I want. We need the ruby. God damn it, get fucking... do we have a good shield? Let's prune our inventory a bit. Don't need you, don't need you. Maybe don't need you. Okay, well, I'll take the opal shield. We're full clearing everything, and we're going to be turning that tail in, so we might as well be, like, super armored as well. The only thing that's going to salvage this run is if Ruby is in Rodlocked Earth. That's the only thing that is going to give... That's the only thing that'll give us any chance of landing in the top half of finishers. Get out the fucking way. No, please. No. No. Oh, God. That's the fucking worst. Alright, well, it's not in top half of Earth. Yep, we'll make room for you. Alright, there's gonna be some less talking because I am now in actual tryhard mode. But if there are any questions from chat, more than happy to answer them. I unfortunately no longer have the brain power to think of my own questions. We don't need Aegis, we got a ribbon. We don't need Opal Armor, we got Dragon. So, Ruby's not here, which means there is not a measurement system that can properly identify just how deep in the shit we are right now. Likely targets. We've got all of Marsh, and all the rest of the locked places as well. We were pretty diligent about Volcano and Ice, so those are off the table. We're gonna take this... No, sorry. We're gonna stop here, and we're gonna check... We're gonna head north, check Dwarf, and then Corneria, and then Topher locked. And then we're gonna head south and check Astos and then Marsh. We're out of save items, so note to self, pick up some save items in Canaria. Defense is an okay oh shit item, but again, we have exactly one item we care about right now. That's neither of those. So north was a bust, we now get to check south. We are rapidly approaching the 100% clear of all possible floater chests, which is not the position you want to be in, like ever. Shit. Shit, 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 shit. Shit, 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 shit. Hey, remember that time we saved all that time in Marsh? Yeah, whose fucking brilliant idea was that? Oop. Yep, yep. God damn it! No! Can't even menu correctly. I'm so mad at myself. When good gambles go wrong. That's the lesson we're all learning today from this seed. It was like that time somebody put dead beef into the randomizer. And the randomizer was just like, oh, I know exactly what to do with this. And then I forfeit. Ooh, Ankilo trap tile. That's rough. Is this literal? Alright, now we are in paranoia mode. This is either the last chest, or we screwed up. I know I did all of Volcano, I know I did all of Ice. We screwed up. Where did we screw up? We know the vendor item is tail. What the hell did I... How did I muck this up? Fetch isn't shuffled, so the adamant doesn't give me anything. I've got the cube, but I can't get the chime. Oh god. You... There's a place we can go. There's a place that I would never have think to have gone. Strap in, boys, we're headed to ordeals. Just when I thought things could not get any worse. There is every indication that I am now in the bottom third. The only thing that's keeping me from being dead last is probably at this point map knowledge. Because I know some of the veteran runners have a hard time with routing across to different sides of the map, and now I'm going to be quiet so I can concentrate. Bottom. Bottom third top, bottom third top second. Oh, whiz-vamps. Are you gonna make me kill you? Alright. You did this, not me. Don't even care about the Bane Sword. The two things that we would kind of want it for. Oh, I'm gonna have some words later. Just because we're here, some of them. Ordinarily a perfectly fine trap tile, but we are so leveled we don't want it. Okay, so the existence of Ruby in Ordeals. Ordeals is far enough out of the way. The only way someone would have dove it is if they dove it while they were diving Waterfall, which is a very wonky, very, very wonky play, unless you've already ruled out everything else. No, I still feel like I'm in the bottom third, which means we got to go. Hello, Toxic. Probably should have picked up those pro rings at some point. I ought to do that as soon as I get my flying boat. Hello, Junkie. Yep. 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 Oh, we're doing bad. It's the Duckling seed. We're an hour in and we're on 2 orbs. This is catastrophic. Toxic's in play, we could get real bad real bad rolls against everyone but the red mage. Well, and the fighter. Well, and the black belt's MDef is crazy high right now. Maybe we won't get low rolls. Except against the black mage, but, you know, like, whatever. You've no idea how bad you wanted to tell me. I got there. Like, it's process of elimination. But it's a process of elimination you'd never want to find yourself having to do. But the alternative is to make pants-on head gambles, which, don't do those either. the more I think that play over in my head, the more I start to realize that it was the sensible thing. It was the sensible play all along. At that point, hang on. We don't need you. We don't need you. So we'll need one there, and then one there. Okay. Sorry. At the point you would have checked Waterfall, I assume you would have done Earth. Which means that all of your incentive accessible areas would have been off the table. So then you know that you're on a loose item hunt, which means that Ordeals is really as good a place as any. Do I care about the magic here? No. Temper. Yep, no, hang on. It'll be... Can I get you now? Is it gonna yell at me? Ah, shit. We'll be back for Temper. We have knowledge of locations of Fast, Temper, and Nuke, so we don't need to check level 8. We just don't care what's there. We're in a rush. Holy shit, are we behind? Literal 100% full clear. Looking for Ruby. We've Chime, we've Cube. We are in the vicinity. We don't even have time for memes. Sorry, Steak. Now, we'll hit this first. Oops. We have every item we could ever want. We are opening 0 boxes again, because... just... got to go faster. Get out of my way, unrunnables. I have bad news, Warmech. I'm on the clock, I'm very angry, and I'm armed to the teeth, and you are in a world of shit. I have equally bad news for you, Tiamat. Yeah, that was just a complete rolling over right there. Next up, class change. Do a quick gear swap around. We want Dragon there. We want Opal there. We're good with everything else. You definitely need to be in that order because we don't care about stabbing things ever again. Your default armor is higher. We're taking the slow way out. Alright. On to Sea Shrine. Yeah, no, that was... It's like I introduced Warmech to stairs. And by stairs, I mean the arms on my black belt. Yeah, I would run away. You guys have no idea the world of hurt that's coming for you. Hello, Kraken. I have similar bad news for you. Whoa! You got some meat on your bones, Kraken. What do we got for heals? We're good. Next stop is Gaia for temper, just in case. And then Topher. We don't need level 6 that bad. Nah, we're getting life 2 out of it. We'll take level 6. We're not getting life 2 out of it. Alright, well, I guess I'll take Fade. Huh. I guess I have my level 6 magic wrong. Really? The whole party's level 30 and you can't run away from some freaking slimes? Try using your goddamn feet. There you go. Ugh. Fine. Right, the Mudgalls have like no hit points. Okay. I did spread my targets good. Ain't nobody got time to respect Lich 2. See example A. We are, however, going to respect Carry 2. Uh-oh. That's not an encounter I want to have go first. We are not armored enough to take on lobsters, and that poison damage makes everything worse. Good. Opening with crappy spells. That's nice. That's what we like to see. That's kind of thick evasion. Oh, there we go. Everything's good. Motoring right along. Yeah, Tiamat is often the meat shield of Topher. So long as we keep some nuke charges, we can afford to waste some here. We just need to land... Whoa, holy shit. Alright. done close to 1,000 damage so far. Let's test the waters with a quad axe. Okay, there we go. That's in the right spot. That's on the... Just in case we're gonna do some of that. Bink. Bam. Bloop. Bonk. Oh, this is a chunky chaos. Yep, let's do some of that. If Maz is barely getting in damage, we're gonna need a lot of punch power. Bah. Bah. Bah, bah. This is a melee-only chaos, isn't it? Yeah, sure, take them. Take the magical boys. I got Saitama over here, 124.36. That could have been so much better. That could have been so much better. I feel like the only reason that I got sub 90 is with that early grind I took on the worm tiles, because I just walked through everything. Where's the duckling thing? What do I do here? You're done being a dirtinger. Oh, Tarnan's still online, so let's do that awkward moment when you accidentally reset your timer. That was 124.36. So, what other lessons did we learn? If it helps, you were running in the mid-20s with Knight and Black Wizard, but only high teens with Ninja and White Wizard. So, if you don't mind, I'm going to critique your party a bit real quick. Knight, Black Mage, White Mage. Perfectly fine party. You're covering all the black magic, you're covering all the white magic, you've got a Knight for melee. A+. Ninja is the one that I have a concern with. Ninja's primary utility is in running away. And we are in a seed where the encounter table has been shaved down to a third. Running away utility is going to be very sparse. And more often than not, that ninja is going to be either a black magic totem, which in that case, you might as well just take a black mage, or is just going to be like a meat suit that can take damage, in which case, why aren't you just taking a knight? Or just, weird limp melee, in which case, why aren't you taking another knight? Or black belt if you want to grind them high enough. Boss stats at 220% means that really you did have the open option of either knight and just pedal to the metal, or black belt and hunt for a grind. But when you don't have any enemies to fight, the ninja really, really falls flat. Oh, how did I do? Oh, am I the first one to complete the new duck seed? What? Oh. Okay, so with early Mazza, maybe Rainbow Mage used to give some extra magic, plus solid dual attackers. Right. With Mazza in incentive, and with all incentive items accounted for, you knew you were going to find the Mazza at some point. So, it could either be... it could either be something to make a mage swing harder, or you could just stick it with a knight and give them crush power if you don't open anything else. I'm personally not a fan of the Rainbow Mage, but as you might have gathered from any of my streams, I like to play all-out aggression, so White Mage is not my class. But that doesn't mean it's a bad class, it just means that I am not the best at utilizing it. Black Belt is a lot easier than you might think. If you are aiming for a party that's going to be below level 20, don't take a Black Belt. If you are aiming for a party that's going to be mid-20s, by the time they hit mid-20s, they will have the same power as a perfect geared thief. In other words, don't take them. If you are planning on hitting the 30s, take a Black Belt. Because once you hit 32, that Black Belt's going to really outshine your knight with basically anything that they're swinging. Especially if you have access to Fast and Temper, which the Black Mage guarantees. And that's really all there is to it. If Black Mage, if access to Fast and Temper, and going above 30, just Black Belt. Yeah, you're welcome. So I think I'm gonna cut the stream here, and I will catch you later.